Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here. So it's less than 24 hours when it's back to school here in Canada. And I want to share with you guys my Android setup if I was going back to school and how I would set up my Android smartphone. So let's begin. So first off, of course, the launcher I will be using, since many of you guys already know, I don't like using the skins that the manufacturers put on their smartphones. I like Android stock, or stock Android, sorry. But of course, if you don't have the Google Pixel, then you cannot have that. So the launcher I currently use, of course, is Action Launcher. It's no surprise that many of you guys already know. Action Launcher is my default launcher every time I go to a new Android smartphone. So yeah, I just like using Action Launcher, of course, and that would be the launcher, of course, I will have installed if I was going back to college. And so yeah, so let's start with the home screen. So of course, in my home screen, I'll have, of course, a big widget, and that widget is actually from Waffle KWGT. So Waffle KWGT is just an awesome widget pack that you could get, of course, if you have KWGT installed on your smartphone. It's an app, of course, many of you guys already know that. And so yeah, it's just an awesome customization here that I'll, of course, have there that shows the profile picture, of course, if you want to do more crazy customization. But of course, I just like this widget because it allows me to see the weather, how the weather's going to be throughout the week. It shows me, of course, the music that I'm playing or podcast that I'm listening to while I'm maybe walking to class or whatever. And then, of course, another cool thing is you could quickly search from here as well, a Google search. And then, of course, if you tap three lines on the top corner, it's mostly just it will open up the the widget pack on KWGT. So yeah, and then of course in the first row of apps that I have there, the first row of apps in my Google folder, of course, is the Google app, YouTube Studio, of course. So of course I would be making YouTube videos if I was continue going to college. Gmail app, YouTube app, the Play Music app, Google Maps, Calendar, and the Clock app. So yeah, there's no big difference right there. Before we move on, of course, the icon pack I'm currently using is, I forgot the name, it's the Nexa icon pack. So yeah, it's just an awesome icon pack. And the wallpaper I'm currently using, I got it from Unsplash. And I just like the Tokyo vibe to it. So it's like one of the cities that I would love to visit one day in the future. So yeah, it just looks really, really great, and I just like how it looks. The wallpaper setup with the widget and the apps that I have here. So let's continue with the first row. And then of course we have ActionDash. So ActionDash, of course, this app will help you just to lower your consumption of using your smartphone, and of course helping you get less distracted as well when you're in class or you just need to focus on that school work. So yeah, it's just an awesome app. And of course, next we have IA Writer. So IA Writer is just mostly a simple app that allows you to take down quickly notes. You can write as much as you want on it and it will save it. And it's just really easy. And what I like about it is just how customization you could do, how much customization you could do to it, from exporting to different file formats. And so yeah, it's just my go-to app on Android whenever it comes to writing. Next, of course, we have the Waffle KWGT app. That's just an app there that I have there just so I can see what other widgets it has. And depending on the widgets, maybe I'll change up the style in the future. But right now, I'll just like that default widget that I have installed already on the home screen. And then, of course, in the Play Store, the next app is a Play Store app. I force my updates, so I always like to see what's new updated. And, of course, just to see what new apps I can find. So yeah, just simple. In my dock, of course, I have Pocket Cast to listen to podcasts, the Twitter app. I love the default Twitter app. I know many of you maybe might not like it, but I just like how Twitter is handling the algorithmic timeline. I like it. Some people don't like it. It depends on your style and what you want to see on Twitter. And I just want to see, of course, the best tweets. And it's doing a really good job since I do like a lot of tweets. So it shows me a lot of relatively close tweets that I liked based on the tweets that I liked. So that's why I like using the main Twitter app. And then of course Instagram, you gotta have Instagram to share the images that you want to share on Instagram, and the camera app right there. And then of course I have the Google widget or Google Doc widget in the dock there to quickly access and search whatever I want to search for. So in my next screen, I have another widget, of course, installed, a calendar widget by every day. It's just a super simple widget, and what I like about it, of course, it integrates with Google Calendar, so you could quickly just add whatever you need to add from there, and it just works really great. And I just like how simple it is, and of course, I just like looking at the future, so I like seeing what days land on what days. And yeah, it's just an awesome, and of course it just keeps me up to date with the holiday, so I know the next stat holiday. So yeah, it's just an awesome way to keep it organized there. Next, of course, we have Google Go. So Google Go is actually one of my favorite apps I've been using lately, and Google Go is supposed to help you use your data less, which is, of course, if you're in college, that's a big thing because data just goes up like crazy, and you'll lose all your data fairly quickly. So Google Go is just a super easy app that allows you to quickly search and use whatever apps that based on your phone, of course, and what you have installed. It will show you the apps that you want to use the most, and of course you could customize it. So if you don't like one app, you could quickly close it and everything. So yeah, Google Go is just an awesome app, and yeah, it's just a fantastic app that I highly recommend you guys go check out. Next, we have, of course, the Nexa icon pack. I have that there just to remind me what kind of icon pack I'm using. Of course, I could go into settings of Action Launcher to see that, but I just like having it here just because maybe sometimes I want to use the wallpapers from the icon pack, since these wallpapers go perfectly with that icon pack as well. Next, we have Lightroom. So Lightroom, of course, if I was still going to class for my photography class or my design class, I would be using Lightroom, of course, on my phone. Maybe like when I was on break or something, I'll go on Lightroom without having to take out my laptop. I could quickly just access it from there and start editing my photos from my smartphone. So yeah, that's why Lightroom is there. Agenda, of course, will keep me organized, helps me keep me organized, reminds me to do what needs to get done. And so yeah, Agenda is just a super awesome app that's very powerful and really useful if you have a lot of stuff going on, and it keeps you organized so you know what class you have next. Next, we have Magic Fluid. So Magic Fluid is just a fun app that it will help me relax. So this app just helps me relax, stay nice and cool, because going to college is stressful. So Magic Fluid is just you just tap your fingers on the screen and you just move your fingers around and you create these crazy cool colors. That's really cool. And so yeah, it's just a fun way just to relax and pass the time and let stress out, and then just feel nice and relaxed and ready to continue your work. Next, we have Post-it. So Post-it, I'm surprised that it's taken a pretty long time for this app to be released on Android. So Post-it, of course, if you don't know what Post-it is, it's those little sticky notes. The company released its app where you could quickly add Post-its to what you need to be reminded about. So of course, I like having it, of course, to remind me, or not remind you, but whenever you open it, of course, you could quickly see what you need to get done in a fun way. So yeah, and you could quickly, what I like about it is you could create new boards. So you could have a to-do board, you could have a brainstorming board. So depending on what you need to get done or what you need, there's probably a good use for you for using Post-it. Next, of course, Abstract. So Abstract, of course, is an awesome wallpaper by the main designer who creates the official OnePlus wallpapers for their phones. The developer released an app where you can quickly access all the wallpapers he has created for OnePlus, and of course some cool exclusive ones that he created on his own. They could get, of course, when you do the in-app purchase. And I have this app here, of course, because customization. You gotta keep your phone fresh, of course. You just have to, have your Android set up stepped up. And so yeah, abstract's just one way to help you. And we have smart recorder. You know, you're in class, maybe you're not paying attention 100%. You could use your phone to record your teacher talking, so that whenever class is done, you could maybe stick up your wireless earphones in your ears, and then you could listen to the lecture without having to worry about what you have missed. Spotify Lite, another awesome app. So just like Google Go, Spotify Lite is made to help you use your data less, take up less memory on your phone, and so yeah, it's just an awesome way to listen to music without having to worry about your data being gone like that, like with a snap of finger. Transit, of course, if you live in Canada or in Ottawa, here, transit, of course, helps me to know what time the public transportation is coming. And yeah, it's just a great way just to, you know what time the bus is coming, so you don't have to wait too long outside. So that's pretty much my setup. If I was going back to college, of course, I do miss going to college, but yeah, um, that would be the apps that I would love to use, of course, or would have loved to have on my smartphone when I was in college. So as always, I will have a list of some of the apps that I just talked about in the description below, so you guys go check them out. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. You can subscribe, of course. You could click that button below you. And that's it for now, guys. And as always, I will see you guys later. Peace.